let's just also get you the latest, and this is in regard to Donald Trump there going on to say that the ceasefire is going well, and this was in regard to just before this is the NATO summit in The Hague, and this is let's get you the latest when it comes to the NATO summit, and that is Donald Trump there saying that we will not allow that militarily, and this is Iran will not enrich. This is the last thing that they want to do is enrich. So this is also what the US Defense Secretary has gone on to talk about, the FBI conducting a leak investigation into the Iran strikes. But NATO leaders have arrived in The Hague for that summit hailed by Germany as historic. The summit is aimed at securing peace in Europe for future generations. NATO allies are poised to approve a major hike when it comes to defense spending under intense pressure from the United States, and that has gone ahead and demanded that the members raise their budgets to 5% of the GDP by 2032. This is a dramatic shift from the current 2% target. The head of NATO military alliance warned that no country would have an opt-out from that massive new hike in defense spending, and that progress that they make towards reaching that new target will be reviewed in 4 years' time. However, Spain said that it has reached a deal with NATO to be excluded from the 5% target, while President Donald Trump has gone on to say that the figure shouldn't apply to the United States, but only to its allies. But what's really going to be happening also is that Zelensky and United States President Donald Trump are planning to meet today on the sidelines of the NATO summit in The Hague. So a very crucial meeting coming up, and that is something where all eyes are going to be as far as Zelensky's meeting is concerned, and this is going to be on the sidelines of the NATO summit in The Hague. And Disha joining us. Disha, take us through what all is planned in the course of the day. To begin with, of course, it is going to be a very crucial meeting, the second meeting of Zelensky with Donald Trump after the first one that took place, which didn't go anywhere. We know how that played out, but this is something that we're all going to be looking forward to. Also, take us through, this budget hike that Donald Trump has, very conveniently exempted the United States from it, but has ensured that all the allies have to follow suit.
Right. So this is the key point of this summit this time. The key agenda is, of course, bringing all the NATO alliance members together to increase their defense budget to 5% of their GDP. Now, there is a lot of clash regarding this agreement, because we do know that Spain and now Slovakia are both saying that they will not agree to this, and they have exempted themselves from this agreement to increase the defense budget. But apart from that, there are a lot of other alliance members as well who are not particularly happy with the US President's constant insistence to push these NATO alliance members to increase their defense budget. We do know the Japanese leadership, as well as Australia and South Korea, they're skipping the meeting this time. So really also highlighting the rift between the United States and some of these countries. But apart from that, of course, one of the key, many are calling even a villain in this alliance, is Spain, because Spain Prime Minister has really been pushing against this US President's insistence to increase the defense budget. But apart from that, one key meeting that really everyone is keeping their eyes on is, of course, between US President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky, because we'll really have to see how this meeting goes. This is the third meeting between the two leaders, the last one being in Rome, after which we did see some sort of partial truce being agreed upon between Ukraine and Russia. So it's going to be a very important meeting there as well. But really, the fact that Japan, Australia and South Korea chose to skip this NATO summit in Hague is also something that we should highlight.
Absolutely. But, before that, let's just also listen in to what Donald Trump had to say. He says that this is going to equalize the NATO countries. Listen in.
Your goals for NATO and Article 5 today.
We're with them all the way. I mean, if you take a look at the numbers, we're with them, and they have very big things to announce today. I don't know if you've taken the vote or you're going to take the vote, but I've been asking them to go up to 5% for a number of years, and they're going up to 5%. That's a big, from 2%. And a lot of people didn't even pay the 2%. So I think that's going to be very big news. NATO is going to become very strong with us, and I appreciate doing it. Perhaps you want to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.